We're going to do example 5 now. So it says let f of x equals x squared plus 4 times 3 minus 2x squared. Solve the following. I want to know where f of x is greater than 0. I'm going to find where f of x is greater than or equal to 0, where it's less than 0, and where it's less than or equal to 0. So we need to do just what we had just done. So, but they didn't give us a number line for it, so we're just going to kind of create our own. So I'm going to use right here for my number line. All right, and I'm going to use the left side up there to find my zeros. How do I find those zeros? Of the x-intercepts. What do you mean plug it in? Set it equal to 0. Bless you.
Set what numerator?
Yeah, we don't have just a numerator because we don't have a fraction, right? So it's just a whole thing equal to 0 then. Which means each piece here is going to get set equal to 0. And what about that squared on that second one?
It's there twice.
Yeah, it just means it's going to have a multiplicity of 2. Okay, now the squared on the first one is with the x, so it's staying with the x there. So let's solve the first one. Can I factor x squared plus 4? No, so I'm just going to subtract the 4. Take the square root. I'm taking
that perfect square thing.
Yeah, but it's not a difference of squares. This was a sum of squares. So it's not factorable. And that's the reason when we do work this out, we end up with plus or minus 2i. Now, is I on my x-axis or my number line? No, it's a real number line, right? So that just means that that one doesn't give me an x-intercept. So then I got to work the other one. So I'm going to add the 2x. So it gives me 3 equals 2x. Divide by the 2. And so x is equal to 3 halves, or we can say 1.5 if you prefer. And it has multiplicity of 2. So when I go to do my number line, what am I going to put on there?
The 3 halves.
Yeah, the 3 halves are the 1.5. You don't put the i's on it. They're not really there. They're not x-intercepts. So pick a number smaller or between negative infinity and 1.5. 0. In between 1.5 and infinity?
2.
All right, so let's plug it in. So I'm going to plug in that 0. So 0 plus 4. 0 squared is 0 plus 4 is 4. And I have 3 minus 8 squared. So negative 5 squared. So 4 times 25 is 100. So it's positive, right? Now I didn't really have to use my numbers, especially if I had an ugly number or messy numbers going on. Just is it positive or negative, okay? So that's positive. Now we're going to plug in the 2. Is it too small for y'all to read?
Yeah. I'm confused about where you got that 4.
Yeah.
It should be 0.
It's 0 squared plus 4. It's x. Look at the problem. It's x squared plus 4.
No, the other factor.
No, the other 4.
You put 3 minus 2 in parentheses.
You placed in.
Oh, no. Okay, you're right. All right, so it should have been 0, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so let me go correct that. So thank you for catching that. So this right there should have been a 0, which meant that should be a 0.
Still positive.
Yeah, which means, oops, this should have been 3.
9 squared.
Squared is 9, which would have gave us, what, 36? Which is still positive, but still, now my work is correct. Thank you for catching that.
Oh, no.
And I got another positive. Is that okay?
Yes, because we.
Yes, because
Yeah.
of the city.
Yes, because we had multiplicity at that x-intercept in between them, so the 1.5.
But it's not even.
It was multiplicity of 2. Isn't 2 even? Yeah, not the x value. The x value doesn't have to be even. It has to be the multiplicity, whatever the multiplicity of. That number has to be even.
Okay.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. All right, so now that we got that, we're looking for, on A, where is our function greater than 0?
Negative infinity to positive infinity.
Not really, because what's happening at the 1.5? Is it greater than 0?
Negative infinity to 1.5, 1.5 to infinity.
At the 1.5, though, is it greater than 0?
It's equal to.
It's equal to, but it's not greater than, is it? So we're going to have to split them up. So negative infinity to 1.5 and 1.5 to infinity. Now, and that's what the difference on B is. B wants to know, where is the function greater than or equal to 0?
Negative infinity.
That's across the entire thing, isn't it? So this is from negative infinity to positive infinity. Where is the function less than 0?
Does not qualify.
Yeah, it's not less than 0 anywhere, right? It's either equal to 0 or greater than 0. So this is just a no solution.
Wait, what about the 2 or plus or minus 2i?
No, that's imaginary. Doesn't count.
Okay.
And where is our function less than or equal to 0?
No solution.
No, it's not no solution.
1.5.
At the 1.5, okay? Because it says are equal to, so you have to include where it's equal to, which is at the 1.5.